Let's get one thing straight right off the bat. I don't dislike Zendaya. She seems perfectly pleasant. She's tall enough to make you wonder if she's secretly a runway model who wandered into acting. She's got a wardrobe that could make a thrift store mannequin jealous. And she can dance in a way that doesn't make you want to change the channel during an award show montage. I'm not here to throw shade. Well, not much shade. I'm here to ask a question that's been gnawing at me like a persistent hangnail. Why is she in everything? I flip on my TV, there she is. I scroll through Netflix, Hulu, or whatever streaming service I've forgotten to cancel, and there she is again. I close my eyes to meditate, seeking inner peace, and somehow she's still there, smirking in a perfectly tailored trench coat. This isn't a rant, it's an observation. A very dry, very exhausted observation. Let's examine the evidence piece by piece. Like I'm some sort of cultural detective who's had too much coffee and not enough answers. First, there's the Spider-Man franchise. She's MJ in the Tom Holland trilogy, Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. Fair enough, someone has to play the love interest who's effortlessly cooler than Peter Parker, and Zendaya's got that I could ruin your life, but I'm too busy being iconic. Energy locked down. She's not the traditional Mary Jane Watson from the comics, red hair, bubbly cheerleader vibes, but a reimagined MJ who's aloof, observant, and probably knows your secrets before you do. It works. It's a vibe. But it's also the beginning of a pattern. Then there's Euphoria. Oh, Euphoria. The HBO series where she plays Rue, a teenage drug addict navigating the kind of high school drama that makes Degrassi look like a picnic. She's raw, she's messy, she's magnetic. She won an Emmy for it. 2, actually, because apparently 1 wasn't enough to prove she's the real deal. I watch her stumble through episodes, mascara smudged, voice cracking, and I think, okay, she's earning this. But then I check her birth year, 1996, and realize she's 28, not 17. She's pulling off this teen angst so well, I'm starting to wonder if she's secretly a time traveler. It's impressive. It's also another data point in the Zendaya is everywhere hypothesis. Next up, Dune. Denis Villeneuve's sprawling sci-fi epic, based on Frank Herbert's novel about sandworms and spice, and Timothée Chalamet's cheekbones. Zendaya is Chani, the fierce Fremen warrior who's tough as nails and looks like she could kill you with a glance, or at least make you feel bad about your life choices. She's not in the first film much, just popping up in visions to haunt Paul Atreides like a desert mirage with better eyeliner. But by Dune, Part 2, she's front and center, fighting, strategizing, and stealing scenes from a cast that includes Oscar Isaac and Javier Bardem. She's perfect for it, stoic yet soulful, commanding yet understated. But here's the thing, I'd barely recovered from seeing her as a strung-out teen in Euphoria, and now she's a sci-fi badass. My brain needs a break. And then there's The Greatest Showman. Remember that movie? The one where Hugh Jackman sings about circuses and everyone pretends it's historically accurate? Zendaya's in that too, swinging on trapezes as Ann Wheeler, a performer caught in a forbidden romance with Zac Efron. She sings, she dances, she looks like she's having the time of her life while the rest of us try to figure out why this movie exists. It's not her fault, it's a fun flick if you don't think too hard. But it's another notch on the Zendaya belt. Another project where she's front and center, inescapable, like a glitter bomb you didn't sign up for. Let's not forget Challengers. This one's more recent, 2024, directed by Luca Guadagnino, the guy who gave us Call Me By Your Name. She's Tashi Duncan, a tennis prodigy turned coach who's got 2 guys, Josh O'Connor and Mike Faced, wrapped around her racket. It's sweaty, it's sexy, it's a little unhinged. She's the puppet master, pulling strings while wearing outfits that say, I'm better than you and I know it. I watched it and thought, okay, she's doing something different here. Good for her. But then I remembered, I just saw her in a desert with a crysknife. Now she's on a tennis court? Is she allowed to take a vacation? I could go on. She's in Malcolm and Marie, a black and white Netflix drama where she argues with John David Washington for 2 hours and somehow makes it compelling. She's in Space Jam, a new legacy voicing Lola Bunny because even animated rabbits aren't safe from her omnipresence. She's in music videos, fashion campaigns, probably your dreams if you've watched too much TV lately. I'm half expecting to turn on a cooking show and see her julienning carrots with Gordon Ramsay smirking as he yells about her knife skills. So what's the deal? Why is she in everything? Let's break it down with the kind of detached curiosity you'd use to study a mildly interesting bug. First, she's good. Like, really good. She's got range. Comedy, drama, action, musicals, you name it. She can cry on cue, deliver a deadpan one-liner, or stare into the distance like she's solving the meaning of life. Directors love her because she's a blank slate who's also a firecracker. Whatever the role needs, she's got it. Second, she's likable. Not in a fake, PR-polished way, but in a I'd probably hang out with her if she weren't famous way. She's got that elusive charm that makes you root for her even when she's playing a manipulative tennis queen or a drug-addled teen. Third, she's a cultural fit. Zendaya is the perfect star for the 2020s. Diverse, authentic, a little mysterious. She's not oversharing on social media every 5 minutes or starting weird feuds with other celebs. She's just there, doing her thing, letting her work speak for itself. Hollywood loves that. Audiences love that. I guess I love that too, even if I'm starting to feel like I'm drowning in Zendaya content. She's not forcing her way into the spotlight, she's just standing there, and the spotlight keeps finding her. But here's where the deadpan kicks in. It's getting ridiculous. I can't watch a movie without wondering if she's going to pop up. Is she an Oppenheimer? No, but I wouldn't be shocked if she were cast as woman in background who knows about bombs. Is she in The Bear? Not yet, but give it a season. She'd probably play a chef who's too cool for Carmi. I turn on a nature documentary, expecting David Attenborough to narrate a lion chase, and I brace myself for, here we see the majestic Zendaya stalking the savannah, starring in yet another awards contender. It's not paranoia, it's pattern recognition, and she's not even annoying about it. That's the worst part. If she were insufferable, if she were out there posting thirst traps every day or writing cryptic tweets like "the moon knows my truth," I could at least roll my eyes and move on. But she's not. She's quiet. She's professional. She's just living her life, collecting paychecks and accolades, while I sit here wondering how one person can be in so many things without cloning herself. I respect it in a grudging, fine, you win kind of way. She's not making me sick of her. She's just making me tired. Tired of keeping up. Tired of seeing her face and thinking, oh, you again. Maybe it's not her fault. Maybe it's Hollywood's fault. They've decided she's the chosen one. The actor who can carry every franchise, every indie darling, every mid-budget rom-com that needs a boost. She's the Swiss Army knife of leading ladies. Stick her in anything, and it'll probably work. Or maybe it's simpler. She's just really good at auditions. Maybe she walks into a room, reads a line, and casting directors fall over themselves to sign her. We need someone for this gritty crime thriller. Get Zendaya. We need a voice for this animated pigeon. Zendaya. We need a spokesperson for the shampoo commercial. Zendaya, obviously. I don't have the answers. I don't even have the energy to keep asking the questions. All I know is that when the inevitable Zendaya, the documentary drops in 2030, narrated by Zendaya, starring Zendaya, directed by Zendaya, with a cameo from Zendaya as herself, I'll probably watch it. I'll sit there, popcorn in hand, marveling at how she's managed to infiltrate every corner of my entertainment diet without me noticing until it was too late. She's in everything, and I'm just here, taking notes, wondering if I'll ever get a break. Probably not. She's probably already booked for the next decade. And honestly, good for her. I'm too tired to fight it.